Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Jafo Plays. We're back playing Shadows of Brimstone, the Heroes of the Old West edition. On our previous mission, we had just finished the Night of the Dead adventure and looted and scooted and everything. So where we are currently, as we're getting ready to head back to town, we have done a few things off camera as we started for today's filming. We kind of know what town we're heading to. We're going to aim for a large town, which unfortunately is going to give us a lot of travel hazards. We kind of went around and decided or figured out who's all got what for travel hazards. As he's going to bring us one. Steve is lucky enough to bring us 3. Neo is going to give us 2. Melina is going to give us 1 as well. And I was nice enough to provide 2 of them as well. So we've got a total of 8 travel hazards that we're going to deal with. The first thing, though, that we do need to take care of, because I do not believe we did at our last mission, once everybody is healed to full health and sanity, we need to make corruption tests. For every item on you that has a Darkstone shard, for every item in your box, or just special items from the town that has a corruption, a Darkstone shard on it, also provides a corruption test. If you have things like my Darkstone satchel, Steve has a tomb chest, things that you can hide Darkstone shards, those do not provide a Darkstone or a corruption test. But otherwise, everything that has that needs to be roll a single die for. If it is a 1, 2, or 3, you take a corruption hit.
Oh boy.
Good.
This is gonna be bad.
I got 1.
I'm good. I rolled 7. I'm good.
You rolled 7, and none of them were a 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, 3.
As I saw a couple 3s over there, buddy.
Yeah. 3 of them.
I'm only rocking 2.
You have a chest.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
That one's good. Let's try and get it in. So I got 2 corruption tests.
I have 5 pieces of Darkstone not in the chest, and then 2 items that also have Darkstone.
So every 1, 2, or 3 provides means you need to make a sanity test or sanity save. You just get 1, 2 to the drifter.
I passed.
I would take 2 points of corruption. For every 1 that you fail, gain 1 green damage. Also known as corruption hits. I'm at 2.
5, 6. I am at 6.
Of
7.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like 5
Woo!
starting.
Saving on corruption pieces.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can take 1 more.
All right. With that, then we begin our arduous journey back to town. We have a D66 die roll. Let's start with Steve since he has so many to give me. Give me a D66 die roll, sir. So 66.
Oh, goody.
And we have to go back.
There was a traveler on the road. During your travels, you encounter a stranger along the road. This result may not be re-rolled or canceled. Roll once on the chart below to see what type of stranger you have run into. Rolling on this chart also may not be re-rolled. The Scarlet Shadow. Before you see it coming, the stranger draws on you and you see his face covered in red bandana. Any hero in a posse, that is keyword outlaw.
Nope.
Let's start there. Anybody got the outlaw keyword?
I don't think so.
Nope. All right. Or has 4 or more corruption points.
Oh, goody.
I have 3.
I have 4.
I have 6.
Immediately lose D6 times $50 as the Scarlet Shadow robs from the corrupt to give to those in need. D6 times 50.
Oh, fuck you.
Lose $250.
That's right, Lost.
Profanity.
Yes, watch your profanity. Neil, give me a D66 die roll, sir. I see 62. You find a dying U.S. Marshal on the side of the trail, shot in the gut and bleeding out. He tells you that his prisoner escaped and is headed for the same town you are. You've got to stop him,
How
or
ironic.
who knows what he will do. When the heroes reach their destination, every hero gains D3 unwanted attention markers as the prisoner is on the lookout for anyone following him. While in town, any hero that rolls a double on their location event chart spots the prisoner and may ignore the result on the chart and the rest of that location visit to call him out and start a high noon duel. Be right back. Alright, so as I was stating, if you roll doubles and you can ignore the result and you find the bandit at large. You perform a high noon duel. If multiple people find him on the same day, we can roll off and decide who gets to shoot him if we want to shoot him. If you do win the duel, you gain an extra D6 times $200 as the bounty for him. If the duel is failed, you roll on the injury chart, but you only roll a single D6 as he cheats. So
Fights dirty.
he fights dirty. Means you have a better chance of dying. So that we don't forget this, because we got a whole bunch of these to go, why don't we go through and everybody can give me a D3 die roll, and this is how much unwanted attention you start with immediately.
3.
So whoever's got those tokens, pass them out. Azzy and I need 2. Steve needs 1.
Oh, goody. And this is how we all go.
Mm-hmm.
Come back next week. When we have our new characters.
I get 3.
You get 1, he's getting 3, Alexis is getting 3. I'm getting 2, and Azzy's getting 2.
I just have enough.
Nice.
Should be 6 more.
Alright, I'll go ahead and give us our next one. White will be the 10s. So we're getting out of the 60s for once. We got a 54.
Oh, goody.
Yep. 54. Traveling the roads, the heroes come upon a massive U.S. Army convoy heading toward the same town as to reinforce the outpost here. When the heroes reach the town, any rolls on the campsite hazard chart are at a +1 to the roll. All right. So at least
we
I
actually
provided
got-
a good thing for you guys for once.
Sorry.
Azzy, why don't you give me your die roll?
I'll do the same that you're doing.
All right.
Pretty sure we just did this one.
We did. You cannot You cannot re-roll this, so you need to roll a d6. As another traveler upon the road appears. However, you found a different one. Walking the roads to help the fallen and those who have lost their path. You have met a traveling missionary. All heroes may fully heal their sanity and remove D3 corruption points.
Yay.
That part.
That gets rid of all of my corruption I just got from those
Hey, look.
things.
That one corruption I just got.
So
D3. Would you roll the 2 or the 5?
roll the 5.
So you get 3?
2.
You got a 1.
So I'm back down to 3.
How many did you heal?
1.
Yeah. There's still one more traveler we could find on the road. Let's not find him.
What's he do?
I don't know. His name is Shadowy Traveler. I just don't want to find out what he does. He's got a very large text box, like about that big. So, Steve, another D66, sir. 46.
Oh, boy.
Twisted hulk of a wrecked train fills the valley below, mangled and half buried in the rubble and debris. It must have jumped the tracks or been forced off. Looks like it's been here a while. Each hero can decide to pass it by without giving it a second thought, or to climb down the wreckage. Excuse me, or to climb down to the wreckage to look for anything useful. If you search the wrecked train, make a cunning 5+ test. If failed, you exhaust yourself trying to find a way inside without any luck. Discard any grits that you have. So we'll go around the bin. The guy who rolled it first. You going in? Sure. Give me a cunning 5+ test. Succeeded. We'll get to you in a second. What do you got? Going in. Get it. You?
Going in. Yeah.
There's some cunning mofos.
I am not a very cunning person.
I feel
It's
like
like-
agility would be more apt here.
But I am an intelligent searcher.
Well, if it was agility, I wouldn't have gone in.
And we all fine. So we'll start again with Steve. Roll a d6. The train was destroyed by the conductor in an effort to stop the evil that came aboard, an evil that you just released. Roll once on the madness table.
Rip.
2d6 die roll, please. That is an 8.
It's not dead.
You've gained the chills. It's so cold in here. It feels like you are freezing on the inside. When scavenging, ignore the first 6 you roll on the scavenge test, as you've gained the chills.
Because
Neil, what do you got?
paranoid.
4.
Something shiny. You find a few bits of gold in the wreck. Gain d6 times 50 in money.
I gained back what I lost.
You also find something shiny. I also find something shiny.
How much is it?
D6 times 50. And Miss Azzy, you find a skeleton clutching something in its hands. Something it deemed more valuable than its life. Draw a world card, then an artifact from that world's artifact deck.
Ooh.
There's the world deck.
Alright, I'm shuffling this because I know this has been.
And I gained $150.
I gained back what I lost.
Again.
I didn't lose anything because I wasn't stupid and got stabbed by people.
Whatever. Now, if we have that happen again,
290.50.
I'm fine. I don't count for that.
So the Targa Plateau.
It's always the turn.
It's always the Targa Plateau.
Are there
we
actually
need-
other ones in here?
There are other ones. There's like
Yeah.
9 worlds.
Third, swamps.
And if we and if Steve borrowed my Forbidden Fortress, there would be a 10th world. You could have stuff from the belly of the beast.
we can actually go there.
You can.
Yeah.
And in fact, my set actually has
This is so good.
3 world cards in it. It has the Forbidden Fortress, it has the
I was
belly of
gonna
the beast,
shuffle it 'cause I
and
don't
it
know
has the
last thing that
mines.
was actually interacted with that.
Yeah.
It was actually one of the cards.
Meanwhile-
that I had in a game a while back. It was really
Neo?
freaking awesome.
51. What did you pull?
Experiment canister.
Something purple.
Something purple.
Dun dun dun.
So what do we got?
What does it
What does
do?
it do?
+1 cunning, which feels apt. Sold in town, roll a d6. 1, roll once on the town event charts as the creature in the canister breaks loose at the end of the event. End of the current day, draw a random building, and it is destroyed 4 through 6. No effect. Well, awesome.
That's fun. That's
That's
funny.
for, yeah. That's
So I would just never get rid of it because it's, you
that's
know,
the one that I've had before.
I would just never get rid of it because it's +1 cunning and it doesn't
Yeah.
weigh anything.
Yep.
So
You
what did you give me again? One more time.
51.
51. As you drift off off to sleep under the starry sky, your thoughts turn to the vastness of time and space and all the horrors and wonders you have seen on your journey. Each hero, make a lore 6+ test. For each 6 rolled, you will gain +1 health or +1 sanity. This is a permanent addition.
I'm getting sanity.
Yes.
But I get one.
Lore 6+ test.
I got
2
more.
4s and a 6.
No penalty for failing.
Dang.
Putting that health up to 14.
I'm putting that sanity.
Now my health and sanity are the same again.
Nothing.
Can't reroll that.
There you go. 2.
You do have a grit. It is a skill test. There's nothing saying you cannot.
I thought we lost all our grit during the last thing.
No.
During the training thing. Only if you failed.
Yeah, if you failed.
Yeah, if you fail.
If you failed your cunning test.
Which we
I
did.
thought it said
If you
before
fail, you exhaust, discard any grit. If pass, roll a d6 to see what happens.
I am the reroll.
I got a 4
I-
and a 3.
I didn't think we could reroll travel hazard stuff.
You can roll the tests inside of travel hazards. You cannot re-roll the travel. If you did not score a 6, you do not get the benefit.
Lame.
I got one.
I got 2, so I'm going to gain +1 health, +1 sanity.
It's a-
That puts me to 20 health and 18 sanity.
Put my sanity back.
14 and 14.
We're going to need it because I think I make monsters brutal now. So
Yes, I
I
think
think
so.
I need a
So
backpack.
can we
because
bring
I'm
the
starting to carry,
backpack
like,
over
a
to
full shit.
What?
my
your-
character on the other one,
I
yeah.
think I need a
Uh,
backpack.
you-
I'm
let's
carrying
give-
a lot of shit.
Let's give me a D66 die roll.
Wiping 10s.
So 46 it is. Hey, we found another wrecked train. Everybody who wants to go in can go in. A cunning test.
Another electric train? What are the odds of that?
Oh, hey, I have more cunning now.
Yes, you do.
What is it?
It's a cunning 5+.
Okay, I'm fine.
6.
I got a 6.
What if you don't have any grit to lose if you fail?
There's no penalty then, I guess.
I mean 5+6.
5+.
Then you walk away feeling like you need a nap.
Yeah,
I got
you-
it. Did we all get it again?
Yeah.
Start with you. Give me D6.
4.
You find something shiny. You find $100. I also find something shiny. It's $100. Has he?
Give me a 6.
You find something shiny. D6 times 50. $300. Something shiny. There it is. Draw a world card.
She has it over there.
Yep, we need the world cards.
So D6 times 50, so
Yes, sir.
150.
Now I am only missing $100.
I'm up 250. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. This is a great travel.
I'm up 60. That one.
The
The
canyon.
canyons.
So So find something for the canyons.
Been a
Meanwhile,
while.
At least
meanwhile,
both of you got stuff from different areas.
Yeah.
possibly.
It just says the canyon.
I don't know. Look through the world cards. See if there's one that lists the blasted wastes. So white will be my 10s. 34. We finally get out of the high ones.
34. Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a blast.
I believe we've done that one.
Yeah, it's surviving things.
Tundra.
I know not good at strength. So we'll wait while we
I'm not either, but
so we'll take a quick commercial break while we go find our canyons deck. Alright, we re-rolled, we looked. The canyons, from what we're seeing from a lot of you guys on the internet, is the another variant to the mines. So we are, instead of just making it a mines deck, we just re-rolled that card, and now he drew a Blasted Wastes card. So what did you pull out of your Blasted Wastes deck?
I'm still waiting for Steve to shuffle it. So.
Oh, okay. And then I have found us a burning farmstead to look at.
Double-sided. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it came from the Blasted
Blasted
Waste
Wastes.
stuff.
So
Because this is from
What
their
is it?
Kickstarter.
okay,
Double-sided thing. I think these are maybe starting equipment you can get or something like that. If you
That could be.
start a campaign there.
I don't know. We'll look at it. Once we do a couple more missions in the swamps, we're gonna swap to something else and go investigating other worlds. We're gonna start world traveling.
We're going to
Here's your
world.
thing for unwanted attention.
Hey, I'm not over 3 mutations yet, so I don't get a free one.
Yeah, if you're really mutated, you gain more of these.
Unless you're in a mutant town. Mutant towns, it doesn't count.
I don't have any mutations.
Oh, I have 3 of
don't
them.
either.
I have Void Boils, Tentacles, and Prehensile Tail. I'm a beautiful Darkstone Shaman.
Go.
What does your tail do?
Here we
Gives me
go.
an extra hand. What do we get?
Yeah.
So he's got Kalabara Cooling Vest. At the start of your activation, you may heal 1 wound on the d6 roll of 4+. You're also immune to all heat effects. Ooh,
So
shite.
you want to go into
You
the
kind of want to
caverns.
go to the Caverns of Sindar and Blasted Wastes, where it's hot as balls.
But I already have one clothing item.
You cannot wear that then.
Yep.
You must choose one or the other.
One's a shoulder item and a shoulder item.
No, this one's just a torso, so I can actually wear both.
Then you can wear both.
Yeah, 'cause
Meanwhile,
there's
pillars
shirt
of black
and
smoke rise in the distance. As we approach, we discover a farmstead in ruins and ablaze. Screams call out from the fiery inferno. Each hero may decide to turn away or brave the burning building to look for survivors. If you enter the building, you will make a strength 5+ test to move through the debris. If failed, you are singed by the fire, must flee the building, clutching the thick smoke and taking d6 wounds. There is no penalty for pussing out and going home. For some of us, like me, who have little to no strength.
I only have 2.
I have 2 as well.
You need a 6
I
plus
got
or
a
5.
5+. You know what? I'll go
That's
big,
okay.
then I'll go home. So I'll go... You got it. Alright.
Actually,
You did not.
what am I
Do you have grit?
Plus 1 strength.
So you get.
I think
I
You get
don't
3.
think so, because I don't think we regained it anywhere,
Nope.
so...
So go ahead.
D6 wounds.
Oof.
Yep, D6
Ooh, I have grit. I have grit.
That's not a defense roll, so...
The wounds will become a defense roll.
Oh, you will?
Unless it says ignoring wounds. Or ignoring defense. It does say ignoring defense.
Yeah.
So,
But if you have armor, it does not ignore that.
exactly. I make my 5+
This is not
stat.
considered an adventure, is it?
No.
Damn.
I'm fine.
Alright, let's start with who failed. Azzy, you failed?
Yeah.
Alright, d6 wounds. So 5 wounds, ignoring or ignoring defense, but if you have armor, you may use it. Steve?
I took 4.
Alright. Did you
I
save?
passed.
You passed. Give me a d6 roll. You are the hero of the day so far. You find a small child and carry them through the flaming rubble safely. Gain d6 times 25 XP. So 6, so 150 experience. Steve totally needed that. As well as
How do you think I went in?
+1 health, +1 sanity.
Permanently?
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
I think that's what I got last time.
Lexus? Melina
3.
gets a survivor. You find a survivor in the burning building, gain d6 times 10. And what do I find? You find 60 experience worth of survivor.
Fine.
You find a pet.
A shiny demon lured me into the blaze, only to disappear when the section of roof collapses. I get to roll once on the injury chart. No grit left. Here we go, guys. Here it is. Double ones. Double ones. Nope, Nim. 9. I have a broken collarbone. Nothing particular debilitating, but it sure hurts. You find yourself cringing a lot from the pain. I am now -1 max grit.
Ouch.
That's what I'm thinking.
Pretty sure you should go
I
get that
can
looked
fix
at.
that.
Yeah, you probably should. Have you given me all of your travel hazards? You gave me one?
Yeah.
Then, Steve, I believe you still got to give me one yet. I think you're the only one left.
Yep.
So 42. This is the one you guys don't
Nope.
want. A raging river lays before you, blocking the path to town you were heading toward. The heroes must either give up their destination and go back to the tiny roadside town they passed a few miles back, changing to a small town and immediately ending your travel, or attempt to ford the deadly river and press on, each hero making a strength 5+ test, if failed on a d6. So we make that. So we choose as a group to go or pass. I'm going forward. I want the big town. I need the stuff in the big towns.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Then give us a 5+ test. We'll start with you. Strength 5+.
Got a 6.
You got it. You.
I'll grit it.
You will grit.
Nope.
You will fail. We'll get to you in a second. You. You got it. Me.
I'm good. I'm strong.
I fail. You also fail. Everybody who failed, roll a d6 for every item with 1 or more anvil on it. On a roll of a 1, it gets swept away and lost.
Oh boy.
Other than
That's
personal
so bad.
items. Personal items are stuck
Personal
with
items
you.
also should not have a weight to them.
I'm just saying, personal items are not allowed to be gotten rid of.
This is really bad because this is like all of my character is weighted items.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll
You need to roll individually
Oh, individually.
because you need to know
Point
did
to an
the
item and
So
you
roll
need to
for
know
it.
did
That
the
one?
Darkstone satchel get ripped out of your hands?
That one. Nope. That one.
So a satchel.
Good.
Nope, we're good.
That one.
Hatchet. We're good.
Yep. Yep.
One.
Oh.
Staff. We're
Falling
good.
clear pistols.
Book of the
Good.
Occult.
That
We're
one.
good.
Nope.
The
Good.
amulet. We're good. Silver buckle.
My gun.
Good.
My gun.
He lost one of his guns.
I lost my silver buckle.
I'll sell you one. I'll sell you
Keep all yours?
Yes,
I
I did.
I'm not using
Thankfully,
it anymore.
all the here. I got really fucking close. I got.
Oh, I got
nothing.
that a lot. I do lose my silver buckle,
I
which
lose
was my healing item.
my
Which
falling
was the one
gunslinger
I
weapon.
gave you. Yeah, most of my items are anvils.
Well, that solves my weight issue. So I think I was at 7 of 7. And I believe that is every one of our
Travel hazard.
travel hazards finally. So we did go ahead and roll what town we're going to, and we rolled that we're going to just a standard town. So we're okay there. All that's left is
I'll sell you mine for half price.
Okay.
to determine
What's half for 550?
How much? 550, 275. So
I'm selling him mine. I had an extra. Just
sounds
in my
good.
backpack. It's like, wow, this looks a lot like the one you just lost here.
I totally didn't just find this in the river while we were going.
I'll sell it to you for 275 gold.
Okay, sounds good to me. All right, Azzy, start flipping. We start here. We build our town. So we have an Indian trading post. I am very much happy. We have the gambling hall. We have the church. We have a general store. We have a doctor's office. We have a frontier outpost.
This is not looking good for me.
I don't hear blacksmith.
We have a mutant quarter.
I don't hear blacksmith. We're kind of screwed.
And a
Oh, there we
blacksmith.
There we go.
Did you need something at the saloon?
Oh,
Bitcoin is a saloon. There's stuff there specifically for me.
True. Saloon was 2 more down.
Of course it was.
So,
And the gambling hall doesn't count as a saloon, does it?
Nope. Nope.
no, it counts as the gambling hall. All right.
Ain't shit there for me.
Yep.
So how will we know the unwanted attention?
Oh
stuff
yeah,
works?
unwanted attention is horrible, but it has a specific event to it. So the first things first, we need to decide where we're going to be staying for the night, campsite or hotel. Remember, if you stay at the campsite rolls are +1 this for the entire town stay, as we have somebody guarding us from the horrors that be.
It's like also if you have nothing to do for the day, you can go to a campsite.
You can what?
Cure madness at the church.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to hotel.
Hotel. You know, I'm a freak. I think I'll stay in the campsite just once. Azzy, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to the...
Hotel? All right. So the first things first, before we even start paying for our rent and starting that, we get a daily event.
Oh, goody.
But yeah, it's like if you
Start of each day, before the heroes decide to stay at a hotel or campsite, draw one daily event and read it aloud to all players. This card applies to all heroes in town, whether they have it, and will either have an immediate effect or continued effect during the current day. At the end of the current day, discard this event.
it's like also you can get surgery and exorcism at the campsite.
It's just another day on the frontier of the Wild West. Death and adventure around every corner. No effect.
Yay!
However, if we were in a specialty town, we would get the specialty town event. Unfortunately, or fortunately, our specialty town is nothing fancy. So we're
Did we
good.
roll that at the beginning or something? Did we roll for that?
We rolled that before we set up. We rolled that to choose where we were going to get some of the extra rolls out of the way. All right. Entering town, we all have unwanted attention on us. If you have... for every mutation over 3 that you have, you gain an additional unwanted attention marker. I'm looking at, I think, this corner of the table where we're actually mutates. No? You don't have any mutations yet?
I got rid of mine.
Oh.
I had some. I got rid of them.
You're the only one.
I don't mind them. They make me interesting. I also play with a hell of a lot more Darkstone than most of you guys do. Like, every day I show up and it's just 3 of them in my backpack.
I don't know. Kind of makes sense why. I'm surprised he doesn't have
Now,
them.
can you get rid of that madness? It's only the one that comes from dying?
No. I would automatically heal anything except things on madness. It doesn't say I can't heal it at
Oh, okay.
church or whatever. There's a chance I can heal. I have to roll a DC.
So the first thing that we got to do is, once we decide this, we're going to see what happens on our Frontier event. So we will look at our Frontier event. I will go ahead and go first. 2d6 plus 1. That is 4, goes to 5. Getting sleep in my tent is nearly impossible, as drunken prospectors tell tales of terror around the campfires nearby. Many of the stories sink into my mind, leaving me shaken to the core. I will make a lore 5+ test. Luckily, I have 5 dice to do this with.
Luckily, I have lore.
To avoid lasting nightmares. If I succeed, which is the 2 6s there, I gain 10 experience points. Had I failed, I would have taken d6 damage, ignoring my willpower. So I'm good there. Go ahead and roll. 5 becomes a 6, which means you have an uneventful night. The drunken debauchery and stories don't seem to rattle your brain. Mine, on the other hand, as I sit there twitching and tailing and realizing I have this tail that I didn't know I had yesterday, and like, how do I use this? And I'm figuring out how I can wield extra stuff with it. And so that is that. We now must decide which place we want to go. I know exactly where I'm going. First place is first. I'm going there. Going there. You 3 hoity-toity people staying. By the way, it costs you $10 to stay in that
Right,
town.
did.
Make sure you take that off.
I'm going to the blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Like, I need my bag fixed.
Miss Azzy, where are you heading?
Like you risen as Darkstone.
Coming to the Indian outpost? Alright, so this is something I've done on my Forbidden Fortress stuff. We're going to try and make it a little more exciting to watch. We're going to make all of our decisions off camera, so you don't have to sit here watching us for 10 minutes of dead air silence as we're going, Is this sword better than this sword, or this gun better than this one, or do I really want to? We're gonna make some cuts that you won't really see, so that we can make all of our decisions off camera, and then once we get back, we'll show you everything. So the first thing we are gonna do before we cut is we'll start at everybody who's at the Indian outpost. We need to find the Indian outpost stuff. Oh my God, people, where is the Indian outpost one? Really? Really? Or is it right there? No, right here? No. Somewhere? Anywhere? Is it this one upside down? There we go. It's the very last one. So, we'll give you those. Go ahead, you can blow us up first.
Nope.
7.
Okay.
Drumming, dancing, and a bonfire. All signs of a good time. No event. Same thing. I hear drumming, dancing, and a bonfire. I start dancing, beeping and bopping, and we're good.
You're probably enjoying this way more than she.
You guys at the blacksmith. What's your event? A 10.
Forging sale. Business is slow since the creatures attacked the other night. All purchases are reduced by 50 to a minimum of 10. Cancels out the cost increase.
Alright, so everything is reduced by 50. 4.
Cost increase. So no, everything's back to
Everything's
normal.
back to normal price. And you? 10.
Everything's back to
Hey look! Back to minus 50!
Alright. So now we're going to make a cut. We'll make all of our decisions, and we'll come back and we'll just kind of show you guys more or less in fast play with all the dice rolls and stuff of what we're going to get done. Alright, we've taken actually quite a bit of real-world time to make our decisions. I'll start with myself. I'm at the Indian outpost. I traded in my regular Indian bow for $200. Spent $2,400 and $450. I bought the longbow, which gives me a range 10 one-shot crit on a 4+, and I bought 9 more of those very broken-ass eagle feathers, which if I crit, I get to add 2 shots to it. So I can just start Gatling gun something big and bad across the room. That is what I've got. Also, we tried to make a die roll. Melina tried to heal my broken collarbone. She doesn't know how to fix a broken collarbone on a mutant Indian, so...
Hey, I didn't get rid of one of your permanent health.
True.
Like I did with Neo.
Azzy, what else did you do at the Indian outpost? Anything special?
I'm going to buy some throwing hatchets, and I'm going to do my vision quest, which I have to make.
Oh, there's a
spirit
vision
quest.
quest thing. Can I... Go ahead. I forgot even to look at the front. There's like shit I can
You
do.
have to do spirit, and it's 5+.
Got a 6.
Got a 6.
Gain 25 XP. And then... If you have not done this once before, you get your you get to learn who your spirit guide is. Roll on the chart below.
Yeah, I thought we were all going to actually do that. You get something out of it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You are the spirit of the beaver. Do not discard a side bait token just used.
Lame. It's not the one I wanted.
You can use this once during an adventure. I'll take my spirit quest as well, or a
So
vision
there,
quest as
now
well.
it's 3 things.
3 things.
I got mine, so I
forgot we
do
have to
gain
go do
25 XP.
How
So
much is
puts
that
me
to do?
It's
Free.
free.
Oh, it's free?
Free, you just get
285.
to only do it once.
Once per visit. And mine is the Spirit of the Mouse. I will reveal 2 additional exploration tokens, and I get to choose which one. So if we're struggling to find that exploration token we need,
Clue.
like a clue, which I know we're going to need for our next mission. So that's pretty cool. I am the Spirit of the Mouse. So I'm a mouse shaman. That's pretty cool.
So what?
Blacksmith.
Who is the blacksmith?
I don't know, it's got to be around here somewhere, guys. Nope, doctor's office. It's got to be around here somewhere, guys. You have it.
Oh, it's right there.
Why is it under my stuff? I'm not even in the blacksmith. All right, we'll start with you. What did you do at the blacksmith?
I went and fixed my bag so I can now hold more than 3 items, and I went and bought a tomb chest. So
A
I
tomb
can-
chest.
So I can hold my Darkstone.
Wonderful. Neo?
I went bought bullets, fixed my chest, and bought a tomb chest.
Fixed your chest? You mean your bag?
Yeah, fixed my bag.
You also wear a wounded side bag? Jesus Christ, guys.
Me and Steve were the
Mine
first
is
2 to have
fine.
it happen.
So was mine. I just lost my silver belt buckle. I know. I was hoping to change. I actually almost changed it into the snakeskin belt, which allows me to, once per adventure, dodge a hit into somebody else.
I need 4 hatchets.
Steve, what did you do?
I also fixed my side bag and I bought a void assembly, although I'm trying to decide what gun to put it
So what does a void assembly do for you?
When assembly attached to a gun, once per fight, I may add a peril die of damage to a single hit from the gun.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, you add to a single hit? So it's a D6 plus DP? Damn!
Yep. That's
That's a corpse pile remover right there.
That's what
I'm guessing
saving
that's
up
why
for.
he
Or a
bought
super
the
zombie
chest
killer.
for.
That's what I'm saving up for.
Alright. So you gotta make that decision. You guys got anything else that you need to do? Any other rolls?
Nope.
I'm running low on
Better to
cash.
make one god gun, or like have a god gun that you probably are going to use all the time, or
Well, you don't have the ability to dual wield
wield.
without the penalty, right?
correct.
Okay.
Because I found the vampire hunter
Yeah, why
shotgun, which is
not?
pretty badass.
Come by
already.
me.
So I would put that thing
Yeah,
on there. It's going to be
campfire.
like the freaking God Slayer weapon.
Well,
But if I lose the gun you're holding, well, that freaking sucks. So
You could also get the mutation where you permanently keep the gun you're holding.
He had that mutation once. He got rid of it.
I had it. I didn't like it. I got rid of it.
I feel weird not putting it on a trusty pistol.
So put it on a trusty pistol. Make that trusty pistol like
Much more
badass.
trusty.
It's not great at the moment.
not at the moment, but you can make it better.
Make it better. Work on getting it better.
I need
That gives you
better
reason to make it better.
Well, you just-
I need better.
Where are you staying for the night?
I am staying at the hotel.
Hotel?
I'm also thinking
All right. So first things first. Somebody give me a D6 die roll. You need a 2 or better.
6.
6. We're good. 2 is better than 2, which means we do make it to day number 2.
Hooray!
Day number 2 involves us getting just another day in town. No special event has happened while we're here. For those of us who are sleeping at the campsite, we need a 2d6 die roll with +1 to your die. Let's start with Azzy. 4 becomes a 5. You heard some scary stories. Give me a lower 5+ test. As you hear stories of terror.
Oh boy. 5?
5 on a single die, not 5 total.
Yep.
Fail, take d6 sanity damage, ignoring willpower.
Ha ha! I haven't taken anything since we've been here.
So take a nickel and blue damage to go with all of her
With
other
her nickel
damage.
Fuck campsite.
Melina, what do you got? 7 goes to 8. You have an uneventful night. How about I roll 2 dice? 6 goes to 7. My night is also very uneventful. I hear screamings of the saloon girl, which I just take as a side trip of something else she's doing. Steve and Neo, give me or you guys need to spend $10.
Yep.
Let's see. Where do I want to go? I think I'm going.
I'm going to the general
I don't
store.
want to spend that as my day yet. I think I'm going to go somewhere else.
I'm going to the general store.
You are going to the general
What about
store.
unwanted attention stuff?
Roll a doubles on the event for the day.
Okay.
I am.
Oh, it changes from.
Yes, because well, there's both. Roll a 7 or roll a doubles. 7, we just get an asshole shot in the back, and a doubles, we find the dude we were told to go look for.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that I get the number that I want. I'm fucking ignoring
Steve,
that.
where are you gonna head to today?
Uh,
And Azzy, where are you heading to today?
Can I see a card one?
I
Sure.
think I need.
Church? Where's the church?
Right
Pretty
there.
sure the
Right there,
general
right there.
store's where I want to go. I just have to double check.
The general store? Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I want to go.
Yeah, you want to go to the general store to buy your hat.
Yes, that's right.
And that's why I'm going-
Otherwise, there's a campsite. It is a static
Zombie.
thing to
You're
remove
gonna go
stuff.
where? Here, general store?
Yeah.
You can spend your day in the campsite, which instead of rolling for
If
removing
you're looking
stuff,
to get
it's
rid of some of your
250.
stuff, it's just a more generalized price.
Can I see?
I have to look up what my mutations do, but I'm thinking about getting rid of 1 or 2 of them just to keep my attention a little bit lower.
I'm gonna do my tweets.
I think your tail does nothing for you.
My what?
Your tail.
No, my tail gives me +1 hand.
That's the one that you want
It's
to keep.
my tentacle fingers, I believe,
Yeah.
do nothing, and my void boils is actually a penalty. I think I need to get rid of that as well. So I have to look up what
But
those
it's
both
like
do to
having
me.
total of 3 hands, you can get the.
There are some 3-handed weapons.
How do you get a minus on the chart? Or how do you get a 0?
Having penalties on your chart for somehow, which just can happen from things.
How much is the second hat?
Boy.
550 or 525, ain't it?
For what?
The hat at the general store.
I don't know.
How much is the second
Well,
hat?
if we've decided
Warhammer
where we need to
hat?
go, we do need to roll what we're doing for or what's happening to us for today. I need. I'm at the gambling hall. I need a gambling hall.
Is it a +1 for this too?
Nope.
No? I got a 10. All attempts at surgery made today are +1 on the +1 to the roll on the chart.
You two
Too
are
bad,
together,
I don't
so
need
go
the
ahead and roll
surgery.
together. So you got 11, and you got a 5. What does 5 do?
Cost increase.
So
All purchases are +50, cancels out fire sale, which is 10 and 9, and I got 11, so new items in stock. Draw 3 gear cards, and any of these may be purchased for their listed price. If there are no listed price, that may be purchased for 25 as a special sale.
So, you may purchase 2 dynamite tokens for $25. You may purchase the poisoned dagger for $325. It is a +1 initiative. Your melee to hit rolls are now 6+. Your melee to hit rolls of 6+ now do +2 damage. While equipped, your corruption resistance is reduced by 1. And the axe for $200 once per turn, you may add +2 damage to one of your combat hits. So it's a bunch of melee shit, probably something you're not interested in. The dynamite would be good because you are really good at ranged. But you can buy dynamite for $25. 2 tokens gets you for $25, I believe is what she said, right?
Yep.
So, all right, Steve, what do you got going on over by you for your event? 9. You've got the card, sir.
A gift of blessing. Recognizes the champion of light. The creature bestows a blessing upon you. Choose any blessed aura to gain for free.
Nice!
Hell yeah, dude. There are some pretty good ones in there.
Now go look at that.
And Gambling Hall is bad. Sorry, mister. The drunken patron bumps into me as they stumble towards the door. Patting my pocket, I turn around and realize I'm missing something. I either lose $200, 2 Darkstone, or a gear artifact. I guess I go into the Gambling Hall $200 shorter.
Why not 2 Darkstone?
Because I may need to sell that for money. Or use that for upgrades. Remember? That's how you upgrade things in this game. So, alright, we're going to go and do all of our off-camera stuff, and we'll be back and let you know what we got. Alright, there we go. As you guys see, some new stuff is out, and we'll get to that when it's my turn. Let's start around, we'll go backwards here. Melina, what'd you do?
I went and bought 2 healing herbs, a specimen jar, and I got an anti-venom injection.
Nice. What does an anti-venom injection do for you?
It's made from the samples of white spider venom recovered from the mines. For the next adventure, you are immune to all poison and venom markers and the effects. I can only have 1 injection at a time.
Sounds good to me. Let's do with the gunslinger and the saloon girl. What'd you guys do?
We got artifacts from the mines that we could have bought.
Yep.
I bought the dynamite and.
Well, you got gear, not artifacts.
Yeah,
right?
gear.
Okay.
I bought myself the war hat, the war veteran's hat.
What does that do for
my
you?
sanity?
Does what?
Adds 2 to my sanity.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you need that.
Azzy, what'd you do? She picked up the axe?
Yep.
Fantastic.
And then I picked up a rider's hat, which gives me a +1 health, and now I have the keyword traveler.
All right, one step
She's
closer
half of
to
the
her
length of
slump
that
slug.
swamp.
Steve, what do you got?
I got an aura of endurance for free because the priest liked me. And
You're very light.
apparently,
You are a
or-
soul of light.
Or I was cute. And I rolled to see how much it would cost to remove my chills madness, and it was too expensive, so I did not find it.
Okay. All right, then I guess that comes down to me. It looks like I'm looking to make some money and maybe get some free loot in the process that I can pass around to our partners. So you guys remember this game. This is why we come to town pretty much now, because we're all gambling addicts. We've got
That is
4. Does token do something better?
It does.
Any die that is on a mine artifact card or the devil is worth double. So 4 and 2. So I'm at 6. Nothing. And nothing. I score nothing, but I have 2 touching cards, so I can try and press my luck. So for the 2, we're looking for a 4+.
Yep.
I get it. I gain a Vampire Fang. It is an artifact charm vampire. Whenever I kill an enemy, I can heal 2 wounds. You are immune to the vampiric bite enemy ability. And for the other one, I also get it. And it is the Scroll of Flames. Totally something I need. Must have a spirit higher, 3 or higher to use. With my spirit 5, I'm fine. Place 4 Hellfire markers in any spaces within range 8. Limit 1 space. Limit 1 per space. All Hellfire markers must form a single contiguous chain. Hellfire markers do 1 hit with 2d6 damage to anything in their space and are then removed. That is fantastic, and I am excited about that.
He wants to play that 2 more times.
Yeah, that was way more successful than I was expecting it to be.
And the artifacts.
Yep. So, what else didn't I get? Let's get rid of that guy. Ooh, a Void Scroll. Could have gotten a free range 12 2-shots. Any hits count as critical had I won that one.
That would have been good.
There was some good magic in there. I think that was well worth another $25.
This tends to be a worthwhile game.
Score, first one failed. There we go. That's going to score me money. That's going to score me money. All right, if it is, hold on, I got to reread these rules. If it is, any die that is partially on an artifact card is worth points, and anything that is fully on is worth double. So 12 and 10 is 22. I just got to find my stupid thing. Here we go. 22 gets me $250.
See, you made your money back.
400. Yep. And the stuff that those little assholes stole from me. And I'm touching 2 artifacts again. So we'll go for this one, number 6. Score. I find a vial of Angel Tears. Discard to immediately do D3 wounds, ignoring defense, armor, endurance to every demon model on the same and adjacent map tile to me, or discard to reroll a Hold Back the Darkness test.
Damn.
Pretty good.
And this one here, a 4+ is what I need to succeed. That's mine. Ring of the Revenant. It is a magic undead ring, +2 health. You may equip this ring to any dead hero, including yourself. While the dead hero has the ring, they are returned to life with the keyword undead. That hero must also roll once on the madness table, and the madness rolled may not be removed while they have this ring. That is a pretty epic item, I think, right there.
That is a good thing for when
Holy
one
shit!
of us die.
I think I have to press my luck, guys. I do. And once more, there was another Hellfire Scroll in there.
Dang, you can't seem to get that one.
I have one.
Oh, you have one.
I scored one already.
We found a total of 3 scrolls. It's just because the mage came to
I've never
gamble.
seen it work this well.
Shh! Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. All right, spend $25 puts me to $375. Got nothing. Got 2.
Too bad that's not up 6.
Helps if I get it.
Getting violent, I say.
I am. Nothing.
You
Double
jinxed
check. Yep.
That's about how it usually ends up.
Once a round is complete.
Oh, did you get a rank of Zoo from there once?
Once the round is... Oh, shit. I've been doing this wrong.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. You don't have all those items?
It's not... It has to be sitting on the token itself. And then the 4, 5, or 6 determines which one you get. So
there was actually one of them on the first. The first one you did, one of them was actually on the token.
All right. Well, we'll do. So we'll do this again. We'll just take this. I think it was that one was there. That one was there. That one was there. So we'll just re-roll 4, 5. We're looking for a 4, 5, or 6. 6, which gets me this one, which is the Scroll of Flames. So I take the Scroll of Flames off the first one. I do not, unfortunately, get these awesome-ass items. So then this last one.
6.
All right, 6 is on the die roll, so I do get this artifact. San Pedro's Lantern. It is a new lantern. Whenever a darkness card is drawn, the hero with this lantern may use 1 grit to cancel that card on a d6 roll of 5+. I don't know if that's as good as yours.
I think it is. People are saying the Void Lantern is maybe strictly broken. It should be removed from the game. So.
Holy crap. Had I gotten this one would have given me a Caverns of Sindar artifact.
Oh.
And this one, the Cross of Hidalgo.
Oh.
Neat.
The horse has a cross.
Huh? The what?
The horse has a cross.
The horse has a cross? Oh, Hidalgo was the horse, wasn't it? That was a Viggo Mortensen movie,
My
right?
wife made me watch that movie. Actually, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I never watched it.
It was okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Bummer. I got as excited.
You still got 2 items.
I got 2 items. Didn't make any money. There is nobody else in the gambling hall with me, so unfortunately y'all don't get any money off of that. Because every time the Devil's Wheel triggers a jackpot, you guys would also score. I'm going to sell this immediately and gain 450 off of that. 7, 8 and a quarter. It still makes me money, so happiness
cool
is
looking
happiness.
Lantern.
It is a cool looking one.
Yeah, like I said, I think
It looks cool, but I think the Void Lantern is strictly more broken and a better item for us.
like I said, unless we decide to eventually not use it at some point.
I don't see why we would.
But we still have the old lantern, don't we, too?
I do.
I mean, if we
The old
we
lantern
would
always
default back
stays.
to
So,
It's
all
just
right.
in case that gets lost, or any other ones that we get become lost.
All right, here you can have that box back. You can have that token back. I think that's it. Then we all have to decide where we're going to be staying, and we'll get an end of day event.
I'll go
or
back
possible-
to the hotel again.
I'm going to fucking here. It's good. Azzy, where are you going? Hotel or the campsite?
Hotel.
Just like it was painful going to this campsite. Somebody give me a d6 roll 3+.
Nope.
Somebody give me 2d6 die roll. I see a 7. Fear spreads through the town as the day grows dark and the demonic attacks more frequent. One random location closes up shop and may not be visited for the rest of the town's stay. It does say roll a d6 to determine. We have 8. I think it's roll a d8 because we're on a larger map. So, town number 2, the gambling hall, is gone.
Oh.
The campsite dissipates, may no longer be used, and the hotel costs double.
What?
Now, before you guys pay, we can choose to leave.
I'm gonna stay one more day.
I'm staying one more day.
If you guys are staying, I'm staying. So,
Never mind.
go ahead.
Never mind. Just ask if there's a general store.
There still is. We just lost the gambling hall. One more time so that I know exactly what we're doing. So we don't have campsite hazards. Yeah, just the hotel doubles, the campsite is gone, and a location is gone. Alright. Hey, look! We're okay with this one. Strange lights overhead! Town daily event, a bad woman to be sure. Any heroes that choose to stay at the campsite today may only roll a single d8 on the campsite hazard chart instead of a normal 2d6, as aliens have shown up to eat you.
No campsite. So.
Well, we go back to days since last event is back down to 1. And we'll be right back, guys. Okay, we've now figured out where we're going to go for today's events. Looks like the gunslinger and the doctor. Please roll your 2d6 and choose what happens to you.
9. Trade opportunity.
10. Because we get the +1 for...
No,
No.
it is a location. That is not a
okay.
town or...
It still wouldn't matter if you get the
it is
one.
pretty much, it only affects here. This sheet.
Trade opportunities. The local tribe is gearing up for a major hunt and they're looking for extra gear and Darkstone. Heroes at the Indian Trading Post may sell gear and artifact cards for an extra D6 times 25 and also sell Darkstone here for $100 per shard.
Instead of 50, that's pretty good.
I need my Darkstone.
You, go ahead, what do you got? A 10.
Hey look! It's the exact same thing.
Alright, so there's no special benefit.
We want
Looks
to
like the
keep
general
your-
store for you two. Please roll your 2d6s and figure out what you got. I see a 5. It's probably not good. What do you got?
Well, that fucking sucks.
I don't think that's what it's called, but, you know.
It's increased prices
Oh.
by 50
All
for
right.
everything.
Yep. Steve, roll.
Like I said, it sucks.
Yep. Maybe he can get the 10 or 11. Nope. 6. What do you got?
Nothing. Literally.
Wonderful. And I'm heading to the doctor's office to see if they can fix my collarbone. Smell of death says no new event. We're going to go pick our choices. I think you guys are just doing your vision quest real quick. We can get that out of the way. So go ahead and roll a d6. 3.
No, you've got to do your past spirit.
No.
A spirit 5 plus test.
Okay, so
And then,
You do not.
Nope.
Your spirit animal does not like you.
I
It
got
does
mine.
like you.
1.
You have
I'm also the beaver.
You are the spirit of the beaver. The girls are the spirit of the beaver.
So we do not discard one of the side bag tokens that we use during the next adventure are not discarded.
Fantastic. More importantly, for Azzy, that means she can huck an extra hatchet for free. Her free action hatchet is another free action.
should I get the floor?
So
So,
that's not too bad.
all right. Actually, mine's going to be pretty quick. I need a D6 die roll. So this is going to cost me $50 to fix my
That's not bad.
my stuff. If you see that one again, I'm boned.
Bye.
No, it's a 5 success.
Yay.
I have healed my broken collarbone.
Woohoo!
Hooray! All my other stuff I'll make off camera. But that is the important one because that is the one that would kill me. And if you guys are watching a certain other event, you'll know what I'm talking about. 7:55. All right. We'll be right back. All right, we're back from making all of our off-camera decisions. Azzy, what are you doing at the general store?
I'm going to be selling my cheater's holdout pistol for $6.25, and then I will be purchasing the long coat.
Okay. What is the long coat doing for you?
Gives me +4 health.
Nice.
And
All right.
I think that's it.
Is this filming or-
It should be. Yep, it is. And there you go. You guys can more or less see what's going on here. It's a little bit of glare off of this very glossy board. You guys, you were just doing your vision quests and that's it?
Yep.
All right. Since
Neither
apparently
of us
you got
became
tribals
tribals.
so they could get any additional tribal benefits. Everybody wants to get in with the engines. Yeah, that's right. We the man.
Well, the other thing that I had the ability to get, I don't have enough.
That's right.
I don't have
Everybody
enough
wants that
money.
casino money.
It's like I don't have enough.
I
Money
am
for the
going,
other thing.
since I'm at the doctor's office after they fixed my back or my neck, I am going to spend $150 and get a specimen jar. It allows us when we go to another world. I can give it my move, make a cunning 5+. If I can fill the jar, I can return it and make D6 times $100 off of it.
It's wonderful.
It's something in our
We found it out in
our
another
Oriental
game.
game. We've been getting them for free. So, dude, just like go to the belly of the beast, find some stuff, bring it back. We want to find out about it. And we're like, yeah, no problem.
It's
We're
like
good.
it makes sense. The doctors are curious of other
We're good.
worldly.
So you guys
worldly
might be
things.
wondering why our board has looked a little bit differently. And we realized Steve rolled doubles. And doubles, if you guys remember from earlier in this very long-ass episode, I apologize for that, by the way. I've not been paying attention to time. But from the beginning of this, one of our travel hazards was we found a dying marshal who lost his prisoner. Steve found him. He's right there. So what that means
This is a little
is he
bandage.
gives up his stay at the general store for shooting a dead guy, or a soon-to-be dead guy. So how this is going to work is we're both going to get a D6 for our initiatives. There is no hold back the darkness, no loots, no corruption, no catching your breaths, nothing. We don't have to worry about normal adventure status. This is just literally just a straight-up high noon duel. In the very first turn, you cannot move. You just shoot. After that, you're allowed to move, and hopefully you're not dead before that. And that's that. So,
Dead. There's something wrong.
first things first, we do roll for initiative.
Whoa.
My guys are going first.
I just want to see what cool ability he gets from me.
True.
5.
5. Cutthroats. All bandits' attacks are now +1 damage, so they will hit you for 5 damage each shot.
It's nice having you part of the group.
He's immortal. He can't die.
You just get a new
Unless he
drifter.
goes insane.
He's going to be like my dude from Graveyard Keeper. He's just going to drop dead, walk around the corner the next turn and go, hey, how you doing? We're all going to shit our pants, and it'll be okay. So they're going to make their 3 shots, range 6, which we're within range. They do need 4s or 5s to hit you. 5 hits, 6 hits, and they do have bandits' range of hit rolls of 6 cause 3 hits. So that makes 5 total die rolls you need to save. No specials against them. They're all 5 damage apiece.
5 damage apiece?
Yes, sir.
Seems like a lot.
If I read this right, it says the bandit model represents your opponents for the doodle. The doodle. His stats are found here, and he has his health and damage for all attacks multiplied by your level.
No,
Okay,
perfect.
So I save all of them?
All right.
Well, that works.
So you do not roll or you do not get to move, but you do get to roll to see if you gain a grit.
I do not.
All right.
Question: since this is a fight, does he gain a grit? To begin
I
with?
believe his grit only his bonus gives to everybody that's not him or not
Ah.
Drifter.
Not a drifter. Yeah, so it's important if you do your weird shenanigans in town and gain the drifter status, you would no longer.
You'll
gain
no
it.
longer gain his benefit.
Okay, I'm using my Vampire Hunter shotgun, range 6.
Got
2
it.
shots. I'll use a D8 to hit. A crits on a 6, 7, or 8. Well, none crit, but they both hit.
All right.
Also uses D8s as damage.
That's good. It's die -3 for each one of those.
One
Hits for
point.
1 whole
He takes
wound.
a point.
He gets a wound. And we go to another round. Initiative of 4 on them. Initiative 4 again. Bad guys go first.
Hey,
You
at
know
least
what?
You got higher initiative this time.
He's just going to shoot you right where he is.
Yep.
All the buildings are locked. That miss.
2 hits.
But that
and
increases to
another-
4 total hits for him.
All 4?
4 total hits. He needs
Oh,
5s.
so-
He needs 5s to hit you.
Okay, but he crit once. Better.
So this becomes +2 hits, and this was just a straight hit.
I see.
So you had a 4, 5, and a 6. So 2 hits becomes 4 hits.
You succeeded.
I-
one of them.
Take. Actually, does what about my?
If you have some kind of armor,
Yeah.
you still get the armor rolls.
Okay.
So how many did you fail?
3.
So you take 15 armor rolls.
15 armor roll.
Each hit does 5 damage apiece. Armor blocks the individual wounds.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
What's your armor? 5 plus? Hey,
Better than nothing.
and you guys thought town stays were stupid and boring and less fun to watch.
Not
I
many.
see 1, 2,
Ooh, that was not.
3. Hey, you soaked a whole hit's worth of damage. So take 10 wounds.
I'm still alive.
There you go. Oh, you're good.
How many wounds you got?
I'm at 14.
We do still have a general store,
Yeah,
so
so
Oh, jeez.
I'm just trying to get my stuff out of them. So it's
No, it's your turn.
Now it's your turn to return that favor.
Okay. Come on, crit. Nope.
Both hit, though. Ooh, 1 and 4 is 6.
He's dead.
Wow.
Dead.
Barely.
Gain 50 experience points.
Woohoo! Experience.
And because you got the bounty, give me a d6 die roll. Gain $400.
Okay. And you have all your wounds now.
He does have all of his wounds.
Yes, he does.
He might want to go talk to, I don't know, Melina and her bag full of doctor tricks.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a bag full of
No,
I'm not a doctor.
not at all.
Nope.
No, okay.
That's a really cool model.
Does this one thing go away now?
No.
Does it?
Not until we leave town.
Really? The guy's dead.
I think,
It was only a one attention from him, right? Or not?
The only person who gained an extra unwanted attention was the
Was
Indian
me.
because he went.
I went and got
Right.
money from my house. I went from the casino. The gambling hall. I'm pretty much out of stuff to do in town. I don't know if anybody else has things you want to do in town.
I'm done.
You have another town stay you need to make?
No, I
So
just
I'll-
wanted money from you.
I'll get you money. How much for the belt?
I said 450.
450. I can do 450. That leaves me with
Are you
150.
gonna try to heal me, or do I have to go to the doctor's office?
No, I'll heal you.
So she's trading me the Scafford buckle. I get +2 health and gain an additional health for each mutation I have. That means I'm gaining 5 health from wearing this buckle. I'm okay with this. That puts me to 25 health.
Was that considered a mini adventure for me?
I don't know why.
Because it matters.
Why?
Because my armor thing that I had was good for the next adventure.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're still in town.
An adventure is literally leaving town and heading to the dungeon.
Okay.
So you're
Unless
good.
we do the.
Unless we were to do a town adventure.
Yeah.
Go to another town and do a frontier town adventure. What?
I'm just trying to figure out if we gained any XP for anything since, I don't know, any of this. Because I couldn't remember.
No.
I didn't think so.
We've gained like maybe 20 or 30 on our way to town,
For the little
based
stuff
on
I had.
what you did. So I have nothing left, and in fact, I will leave after the events of the closing of the day.
Same here.
Yep.
So are we heading back for an adventure? Or is everybody ready?
I guess.
All right. I don't trust you to roll the die because I do not need to blow us up anymore. So when I roll the 1, now I can shut my goddamn mouth. And it's not a 1. So we don't blow up on our way out of town.
Oh, that's good.
So that is going to be the end of this extremely long episode. I do apologize for making it last so long. Did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled a
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I wanted to see.
Thank you guys all for coming and checking this out, and I'm glad you guys stayed and watched the entire episode. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. We do release content almost daily. This comes out twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays. If you liked what you've seen, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video, guys.